What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a review for what show is this? Love During Lockup, season number 3, episode number 6. The episode is titled "The Boy Is Mine." Is he really? Because we gonna talk about that. All right, you guys. So before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel, and you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are we doing, you guys? Why are we still going on this date every damn week? And you guys are making me pay for it at the end of it. Like, y'all don't want to take me out on this date and I'm paying for it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss. I was about to say Rated Love. I just did that. Love During Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 people out of the way. Actually, the 3 people that I don't care about at all. But I'm going to go ahead with the one that I care about the least. That is going to be Max. After this, I never, ever want to see Max on Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup, no kind of lockup shit, period. Get Max off the screen. Max was just only on here to promote his OnlyFans, and I hope he got some money from it because you ain't interesting, buddy. So, Max says that since, you know, his relationship with Tara ended, things have gotten better between him and his roommate, Alessa. I don't give a damn. Do you guys? Because I sure the fuck don't, right? But he has met this new girl by the name of Elizabeth. So he FaceTimes Elizabeth. They didn't show Elizabeth's face, right? But I'm pretty sure we can assume that Elizabeth is white. She got tattoos on her hand. I did notice that. They found some commonality in the fact that they like to work out, right? He started flexing his muscles, making his pecs jump. I was like, oh, God. Why do I need to see this? Then she's talking about her ass, right? She does squats, and she had to get up to do something. I'm like, girl, where do you do a squat at? Because your ass is as flat as a fucking pancake. So where do you do a squat at? Because your ass ain't showing it. Your ass is just like a board, flat down. Like, where you do that at, right? So he asked her, you know, when do you get out of jail? This heifer said 2032. When? Girl, we in 2022 right now. 32. Girl, that's 10 years. What the fuck did you do? And then he said, how long have you been in there? She's coming up on 5 years. You're coming up on 5. What the fuck did you do? That you don't get out of prison until 2032, we in 2022, and you've been in there for 5 years already. I'm really just wondering, what the hell did she do? Whew, okay, let's move on. Child, let's talk about Gabby and Chris. You guys know how I feel about Gabby. I don't give a shit about Gabby, so I'm gonna breeze through Gabby. You guys remember that Gabby, in essence, went to the prison the day before to pick up Chris, but you guys remember that Chris's mom told Gabby not to take her hot-headed ass up there, right? But the little heifer decided to go anyways, and she sat up there for hours, only to find out that Chris was not getting out that day. Only to find out he's getting out the next day, right? So Gabby, in essence, went back up there the next day to pick up Chris, right? So they waited about an hour and 45 minutes, right? So then Chris's mom called Essence, right? And she told them, hey, so got some bad news. So yeah, Chris ain't getting out of jail today either, right? And she said, you know, I called the people that I spoke to yesterday, and, you know, she said that he got picked up by the U.S. Marshals, right? So he's going to be doing some time in the feds, right? So Chris is not getting out of jail today. So at that point, Gabby was pissed off, and Gabby wanted the production to stop. She told him to take these GoPros out her car, and she's going home. Peace out, Gabby. We won't miss you. Deuces. I know at the end of the episode it said that, she's going to go pick up Chris alone. She's still planning their wedding. Bye, Gabby. We don't need to see you on our TV screens ever again in life. Good to the bye. I don't know what the hell is going on with Max. I do know what's going on with Max. Max and Alessa, they still good. They still sleeping in the same bed. He's still seeing other inmates, but Alessa is none the wiser. That's that. So then let's move over to Santee. God, you guys, I really feel bad for Santee until we got to the end of the fucking episode. So Santee, she is moving on from Tulsi, right? And the one thing, I know I made the joke that she looked like the Muppet, right? But she's not a bad, especially when she had her hair, just had her hair straightened down. If she would lose them ugly ass bangs, if it's rid of those bangs, if she would just get rid of those bangs, Santee was not a bad looking woman, right? And I realized in this episode, I'm like, I think what it is with Santee is I think that when Santee, she talked about she was a bigger woman, right? I think Santee still has some insecurities from being a big girl. I think that's really what the main issue is with Santee, is that she just still has those insecurities of being a big girl, right? There's going to be somebody out there who's going to love you for who you are, Santee, but that's all I got to say to you, right? So then she got a phone call from Tulsi saying he was just checking in on her. Well, first of all, when he said Tulsi, I would have said, Tulsi, fuck you, click. The fuck you calling me for? So then he says he wants to bring her closure. You want to bring me closure? Then this had the audacity to gaslight Santee, right? So he says that, he did what he did because he saw a comment on her Facebook post about a guy saying that he wanted to come over or talking about a time that he had came over to her crib. I was like, really? That's the best you got? Is that you saw a Facebook post about a man saying he saw, you know what, Tulsi? Go straight to the fiery pits of hell and burn. Just incinerate. Just get engulfed by the flames of hell. So then she was like, he said that he could do better than her and that he didn't need her. Well, if you didn't need her, why the fuck did you take her fucking money? And she's like, you wasted a year. He's like, it wasn't a year. She's like, Tulsi, don't do that. I was like, girl, first of all, my Santee, you're a lot nicer than I am, right? The minute he said that he would say something about a Facebook, actually, the minute I answered the phone, he said it's Tulsi, click. He wouldn't got nothing else out after it's Tulsi. But then if I wanted to indulge the conversation, when he said, I wanted to check on you, click. Then if we got further than that, he says, I want to bring clarity. I'm like, okay, what kind of clarity you want to bring to me? Then when he said about the Facebook comment, I was like, a Facebook comment, bitch? And he was talking about that at one point. He said, you're cussing at me. The fuck? You don't think you deserve worse than that? You deserve something. You deserve a 1-2 to the face. You deserve a 2-piece combo to your fucking dome. So I would have hung up at that point if I was going to continue to entertain her, right? When he mentioned that Facebook comment, I would have hung up then. Then if I wanted to continue after that, he definitely would have got hung up on when he said he didn't need me and that he could do better than me. I would have been like, oh, okay. Well, what about the woman that you're with? Make sure that, what was she doing? And Santee did say that. What was the chick that you with now? What was she doing for you, right? Yeah. Fuck you, Tulsi. Again, like I said a few minutes ago, Santee was a lot nicer than me because when I answered the phone, he would have said, this is Tulsi. Jesus, I got keep getting hair in my mouth. When he said it's Tulsi, I was like, Tulsi? The fuck you want? Goodbye. Click. Nah, we ain't got nothing to talk about. The fuck? Now, Santee, you with another inmate at the end of the episode that's in prison for 10 years for a drug charge. I don't even know what to say. But let's move on. You guys, let's talk about Haley and Dalton. The theme of this show, this particular iteration of the show, everyone is a dumbass. That's the nicest thing I can say. Everyone is a dumbass. Haley and Dalton, right? So Haley, she's meeting up with her friend Emily. Now, when I first looked at it, I'm like, I think I know where they are. At first, I thought they were in Preston Village, but I'm like, no, that's not Preston Village. Because then I saw the lake, and then I saw the houses that look like villas. I'm like, oh, they got to be over there in Irving, because there is a little lake in Irving where you can take a boat like that. I was like, oh, they got to be in Irving. They got to be over there near the. Were they near the convention center? They're in that area. They're near the Urban Convention Center area, I think. Because that's the only, because in Dallas, that's the only place in the DFW that I know where the houses and mostly the apartments look like French villas. Because I thought about moving to Irving at one point, but I hated the design of those apartments over there. I'm like, these are ugly. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all or this review, but hey. So she and Emily, they're on the little boat, right? I'm like, this is a very romantic situation. And Emily reveals to Haley that she has feelings for her, right? But what she doesn't want to do is cross the boundaries of friendship with Haley, right? And especially since Haley is in a relationship with Dalton, right? We'll talk about that in just a minute, right? So Haley lets us know that she has dated a woman before, right? But it never got sexual. So then Haley went in for a kiss with Emily, right? But then later in the episode, we see her, she's preparing for this video call with Dalton, right? This is the first time that she's talked to Dalton since they had that big blow up, right? So Haley is like, with her and Emily, she does have feelings for Emily, but she wants it to strictly be platonic and them be friends, right? So Haley is, girl, I'm sorry, you just really dumb. So you apologize to Dalton for going off on him, but he was the one that was using you. Where they do that at? Then you are forgiving of him because he had someone in prison do a drawing of you and your son. Okay, I mean, I don't think her elevator dings. It just gives me it's stuck on the first floor and it doesn't move. All right, guys, let's talk about this dumbass Indy. So we see Indy, and Indy is calling her spiritual advisor Aniris. I was like, girl, why? I cracked up laughing this entire scene with Indy and Aniris, right? So Indy is telling Aniris that, hey, I did go down there to Ohio, but I didn't get to see Harry, right? And then I had to come back home, right? Because he's in the halfway house, so I can't really see him. So then she goes one step forward and she says, what do you see from me and Harry? Do you see me and Harry getting married? So she has this crystal thing and she's dangling it. And she says, well, Harry and Indy get married. And she's dangling it. And she says, yes. You guys know what that thing reminded me of. It reminded me of, if you guys ever watched the original Charm, when they would look for a demon, they had the stone that they would, they had the little stone that they would put on have over the map, and the map, it would land on wherever the demon was. That's literally what that gave me, right? The crystal stone, right? Whatever it's called. The circles, the crystal stone, whatever it's called. But it just gave me that from the original Charm when they were trying to find the demons. And it would just land on the map where the demons were, right? And they would, have Leo take them there. That's literally what that gave me. And I cracked up laughing because the woman told her yes. I'm like, Indy, you need a psychic to tell you all of this, that you're going to get married. And then Aniris also told Indy to put herself first. I'm like, so you really need a psychic to tell you to put your own self, girl, Call me now, Miss Leo. I will tell you your future. I don't mean to laugh. this is the second show where we talk about a psychic. Married at First Sight with that devil who I shall not name. Sorry, you guys, that I didn't do Married at First Sight this week. We'll get back to it next week. So then she asks her, is Harry cheating? Here we go with the crystal, right? And it says, Yes, I was like, oh my God. So then she goes over her sister and she tells her what Anira said right about Harry cheating. So her sister ready to pull up on him. She's like, you got proof? And she said, yeah. So she went through the iCloud and she found some pictures of women that he's been chatting with, right? One of them was butt ass naked. So then she calls Harry. She asks Harry, are you cheating on me? Harry says, no. She says, well, Anira told me this. He says, who you gonna believe, Anira or me? Honestly, even though I think Harry is full of shit, I was with him. Who the fuck you gonna believe? Me or a psychic? A psychic. Now, once again, you guys, like I told you, now here's one thing that caught me off guard. When Harry said the word nigga, because she saw him drinking, he's like, these niggas, I was like, niggas? 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 No. Like, you gonna take it, so you gonna let your psychic tell you everything to do in life? So if you gotta pee, you gonna say, hey, Aniris, do I have to go to the bathroom? Are you gonna go to Aniris when you think you're pregnant? Hey, Aniris, am I pregnant? Let me see. Yes, you're pregnant. Girl, what? So Indy's ending thing was she is getting ready to go pick up Harry from the halfway house. I don't give a shit. You're an idiot. And we're going to see her next week with Love After Lockup. So we ain't through with that dumbass just yet. Let's end the episode with the biggest dumbass of them all. Ty Hottie in Boston. I don't know who it was that left it in my comments, but I cracked up laughing. These two heifers are fighting over a nigga who calls himself Hottie. When I think of Hottie, I think of Hottie from Flavor of Love, the one that presented that uncooked ass chicken to Flavor Flav's mama, right? But we pick up where we left off with Hottie in Boston. Not Hottie in Boston, Ty in Boston, right? You guys remember, Boston has on that sweatshirt, that hoodie. Ty wants to know how she got it. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? So then she called her dodo brain. Boom, she's some water in her face. Ty got up to swing on her, right? Now, the thing that I will say in this scene that I did not agree with was when Boston's friend tried to jump in and fight Ty. I'm like, ma'am, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay out of it. But Ty told her she with all the shits. I was like, oh my God. So then after they left, Hottie called Ty. Ty was going off and screaming at him. I'm like, Ty, why are you screaming at him? It makes no fucking sense. Hang up in this nigga's face. The fuck? Just tell him I know about you in Boston. Like, this girl wouldn't come and get her ass whooped a second time, which, Ty, let's be honest. Did you really whoop her ass the first time? And the second time, you don't really get any hits in. Just saying. The first fight was slow. The second one was, you didn't hit. But okay. If Ty want to say she beat her ass, who am I to judge, right? Child, Ty. I like Ty, but Ty does a whole fucking lot. This fool done went by the jail, got out the car, lifted up her shirt, and went Girls Gone Wild and showed her boobs, just shaking her titties. I was like, what in the hell is going on here? The fact that she got out and shook her titties. And then when she started laughing, I realized Ty got some teeth missing. Ty got a tooth missing over here and a tooth missing over here. I was like, ooh, you open your mouth really wide. And we can see that you missing some teeth. But yeah, so Ty's thing ended up with she blocked Boston. She's focusing on BB, Anthony, Jose, and Carlton. So it started with a C. That's it. So they did give us a sneak peek of, Love After Lockup. We'll talk about that next week. I ain't gonna get into it now. They gave us that little sneak peek, but that's it, you guys, for Love During Lockup. It should have been dumbasses dealing with, I don't know, it just, this This, like I said, this iteration of Love After Lockup was literally a bunch of dumbasses. But hey, you guys can let me know what you guys thought about the episode and the season in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, share the video, you guys. And until the next one, stay safe, you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, you guys. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you guys.